What comes to mind when you think of American cuisine? Is it a juicy hamburger, a slice of apple pie, or maybe a towering stack of pancakes dripping with syrup? American food is as diverse and dynamic as the country itself, a melting pot of flavors, traditions, and innovations. But how did it all come together? Let's take a delicious journey through history to explore the formation of American cuisine. Long before the United States was a nation, indigenous peoples shaped the land's culinary roots. Tribes like the Cherokee, Navajo, and Iroquois cultivated what we now call the Three Sisters: corn, beans, and squash. These staples weren't just food, they were a way of life, grown together in harmony with the earth. Native Americans also introduced techniques like smoking meat and harvesting wild rice, laying the groundwork for flavors we still enjoy today. Fast forward to the 16th and 17th centuries. European settlers, starting with the Spanish, French, and English, brought their own tastes to the New World. The English colonists in Jamestown and Plymouth arrived with recipes for stews, puddings, and bread, but they quickly learned survival meant adapting. They combined their traditions with indigenous ingredients. Think cornbread instead of wheat loaves or turkey instead of pheasant. This fusion was the first step toward a uniquely American table. As colonies grew, so did the influences. In the South, enslaved Africans brought okra, yams, and spices, weaving West African cooking methods into dishes like gumbo and hoppin. Meanwhile, the Dutch in New York introduced donuts, and German settlers in Pennsylvania gave us pretzels and sausages. Each wave of immigrants added a new ingredient to the pot, simmering together over time. By the time of the American Revolution, food was more than sustenance. It was identity. Soldiers ate fire cakes, a simple mix of flour and water cooked, over campfires, symbolizing resilience. After independence, the 19th century brought westward expansion and the Industrial Revolution. Pioneers on wagon trails relied on preserved foods like jerky and biscuits, while railroads and canning technology made ingredients like tomatoes and peaches available coast to coast. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were a turning point. Millions of immigrants poured in, Italians with pasta and pizza, Eastern Europeans with bagels and borscht, Chinese with stir-fries and dumplings. Cities like New York and San Francisco became culinary crossroads. Italian-American spaghetti evolved with meaty sauces, and Chinese-American dishes like chop suey were born to suit local tastes. America wasn't just borrowing, it was remixing. Enter the 20th century, and American cuisine hit the gas pedal. The rise of the automobile. And suburbs gave us diners, drive-ins, and, eventually, fast food. McDonald's flipped its first burger in 1948, and soon, chains like KFC and Taco Bell turned regional flavors into global icons. Convenience became king, but so did innovation. TV dinners, peanut butter, and processed cheese became household names reflecting a culture on the move. Today, American cuisine is a kaleidoscope of old and new. The farm-to-table movement revives native and colonial ingredients, while food trucks blend tacos with Korean BBQ or sushi with southern grits. From Cajun jambalaya to Hawaiian poke, every region tells its own story. And let's not forget the yum classics. Thanksgiving dinner, with its turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie, is a yearly tribute to centuries of culinary crossroads. So, what is American cuisine? It's not one dish or one flavor. It's a living, breathing tapestry woven from indigenous roots, immigrant ingenuity, and a knack for reinvention. It's comfort food and chaos, tradition and trend, all served up with a side of ambition. Next time you bite into a burger or sip a milkshake, remember, you're tasting history. Thanks for joining us on this flavorful ride.